What's up, party people? Letting go and all that it entails is one of the hardest things for people to do. When I say letting go, I don't just mean letting go of physical belongings, which people hold on to with life and limb. I mean letting go of experiences, of energy, of emotions, of negativity, of resentment, all this spiritual weight, all this emotional weight. This is the hardest thing for people to do, and this is why people are so trapped for so long. This is why I was so trapped for so long. I was holding on to so much negativity, anger, resentment, and all of this low energy that I could never progress. I was always telling myself the same story, true or false. I was telling myself a negative story that I refused to let go of. And what I've noticed is the more that I've been able to let go of that story, the more I've been able to progress. Similarly, the more of my things that I've been able to let go of in the physical realm, I've also been able to progress in the physical realm. I had an apartment fire not too long ago. This forced me to let go of a lot of stuff. And this is why some people who are forced to let go of a lot of their stuff, I'm thinking of certain convicts, I'm thinking of certain people that go through extremely traumatic events. And I'm not talking about an apartment fire, but I am speaking of real trauma, true trauma, extreme so-called negativity. This is why some of these people who are forced to release everything they have, know, and love can come out on the other side very well formed. And it's difficult. Our society emphasizes the idea of possession, ownership, and control of items, of others, but not of self. We're rarely encouraged to be in control of ourself, our urges, our desires. We are encouraged to possess things. We are encouraged to possess the attention of others. We are encouraged to control the bodies of others and interact with them in a negative manner. This is what we're encouraged to do. I have let go of all of this, or rather, I have let go of as much of this as I am able to, and that ability increases every day. Every day I seek to let go of more of the negativity that I have. Every day I seek to let go of the attachment to the material world that I have. And every day that I do that, my ability to do that expands. And this probably can expand forever. I seek to only possess my ability to be disinterested in possessing more than I need to possess in order to progress. I hope that makes sense. And I need to let go of it all. We all do. We cannot progress if we are holding on to it. It's progression and retention are at odds with each other in a lot of ways. You cannot progress if you are holding on to a lot of things. Think about, in a real literal sense, if you are carrying a lot of weight, a large backpack, several suitcases, how can you bring anything new onto your person? Any positivity? How can you attract any new things to yourself when you're so burdened by all of these things you've been carrying for a very long time? Look at your physical space. If your physical space is piled high with tons of stuff, you are likely not progressing in any way because you are possessing. You are possessing and not progressing. And this is analogous to emotional states and spiritual states. This is analogous to intellectual states. And if you are just constantly retaining and holding on to things, you're just building up, and there's no real advancement of the self. It's you're stuck in the old way. I was stuck in the old way forever. I had repeated this thought pattern to myself about who I believed I was due to what had happened. Or really, it's all about the self. I don't even want to say what had happened to me. The manner in which I reacted to whatever stimulus I had experienced up to that point. And then that story became what I held on to and what I repeated to myself and others forever. Until I released a lot of that and decided that I was going to progress by letting it go. And in order to let it go, I had to let go of my entire old way of living. So this is what I say about letting go. I was sick. I was in a dark place. I had a lot of negative ideation. I had a lot of negative behaviors. I was just being negative and dark, like the underpass we're going into now. And in order to move past that darkness, I had to let go of my entire way of being. In doing so, I was able to bring in an entirely new way of being. If you are unable to let go of the negativity and or the negative behaviors that bring negativity to you, you will carry them with you forever. But it isn't just you, and this is the most fucked up part of this. When you carry negativity, when you're unwilling to let go, when you cannot relinquish your things, your stories, your possessions, your trauma, your weight, if you cannot release this, you put it onto others. And this is why I preach this message. You may or may not deserve the weight you carry, but the other people do not. The folks that I used to put my weight onto did not deserve any of it. And this is why I'm trying to urge you to let go. I love you to a degree, but I really love the people that you're hurting. That's who I'm trying to heal, and that's who I'm trying to affect positively, and you are a conduit. I care so much more about the people that I was hurting than I do about myself, but in order to continue healing them, I have to continue healing. I have to continue letting go. I have to continue progressing, and I have to continue relinquishing more of the self that I can every day. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to set an apartment fire at all of your homes. Just kidding. I hope it doesn't come to that, but I should tell you that that apartment fire advanced me to a degree I never could have dreamed of. And no, I don't want anyone to experience unnecessary trauma. I'm grateful that I had been engaging in I'm grateful that I had been engaging in a program of personal development so that when the apartment fire hit, I was able to progress. But this is what it takes. It takes letting go in order to advance. So this week, I urge you all to choose one thing in your life that you know is causing you harm and you are unable or seemingly unable to relinquish, and let that go. Similarly, find one object in your home that you know isn't doing anything for you, that you've held on to for years and never used, and let that go as well. You'll see what happens. Much love.